Hello there, everyone. Hi, fans. How are you guys doing? It's Pearl Jr. here. Before I get started, I want to thank, remember I told you about the coin that I got? Well, it was Nancy Alvaro who sent it to me, so thank you, Nancy. Also, I like to thank Sylvia Latham. Look at this. Rare Pearls. Okay, Rare Pearls from the Rare Pearl. That is Peter Michael Bobby. The first time he called me. It's all in the Live 3. Come and get it. The Rare Pearls and the cartoon and January 15th. And oh, it's just so wonderful. So anyway, thank you. And it smells wonderful. I love, love, love the smell. Okay. And Sylvia also sent me this. Okay, so thank you so much, but you don't have to send me any gifts. You're so sweet. And also, I like to say condolences to her. She lost a family member recently, and I know it's tough. And, I pray, condolences and pray for, I don't know, your family not to grieve long, long, long time. And because you can't bring people back, unfortunately. But anyway, thank you so much. Okay, guys, remember I promised that I was going to read this. Okay, the estate. This is the United States Tax Court, and look how thick it is. Okay, I read all of it, 271 pages. I've read every page of it, right? And you guys know I was in the courtroom. I covered the case, and if you go back, I think it's been 4 years, and February was over, I think. 4 years and 4 months. You could see some of my my coverage of the IRS case. But anyway, it was a $700 tax bill, and it's an estate tax, which is a death tax, which means how much are you worth at the time of your death. Now, you guys know Michael faked his death. There's no proof that Michael Joe Jackson is dead. Absolutely nothing. Everywhere you turn, there is something significantly wrong in the whole death trail. There's something significantly wrong throughout, but most people don't know it, and people are underestimating me and my intelligence and think it's just not worth checking into. But you wonderful fans, thousands and thousands of you, have reached out and have watched the Alive trilogy, and you are a believer. So thank you so much. All right. So anyway, so Michael, so it dropped down from 702 million down to like 145 million that he had to pay taxes on. Well, it equaled 45 million that he would be responsible for, as far as the 45%. So it was 111 million was what it was. It was 111 million is what Judge Mark Holmes said, instead of 702 million. And so that means Michael's estate has to pay 45 million approximately. Okay, and does that mean the executors have to pay 10% fee? I don't know. I don't know if they have to pay a 10% fee or not. But the penalties for them were all, wiped out. No penalties, which was 100 million in penalties, because they didn't fill out the tax paper, and the judge understood why Moss Adams, who really did the taxes, the estate tax, made the decisions that he made. Now, something crazy, right? They said Michael's name and likeness was worth $24 in the past 10 years. $24, that's all he made. What I want to know is, who gave him $24? It never said it in here. Who gave him $24? And who accepted the $24 for somebody to use Michael's name and likeness? How is $24 in 10 years? $24 in 10 years. Okay, $24. John Bronca, if you're listening, please tell me who paid you the $24. Who paid Michael $24 in 10 years to use his name and likeness? Come on. All right, and it's because of the child abuse allegations, and the skin, the vitiligo, and people thought he bleached his skin, and just a whole, the surgeries, and people just thought of him as Wacko Jacko because he did all kinds of things to himself. And we as fans know that he has vitiligo, and so what? He got a nose job. So what? He wanted to change his face. It was his face, right? So anyway, so I don't know if the estate has to pay zero, but I know that I think John Bronco is going to appeal it because $45 million is a lot of money. And we're not talking about me just saying the word 45 million. We're talking about $44,999, $45 million. We're talking real money. All right. And you can't bankrupt it. MJ lost confidence due to not living up to his financial expectations. Right. He had Michael didn't have what Michael touched didn't turn to gold. And just like a lot of people accuse me of making a profit off of Michael Jackson, I'm in debt making Michael Jackson stuff. Movies aren't free. They don't fall out. These documentaries that I do, they don't fall out the sky. They don't fall out the sky produced. Okay, it's a lot of work and a lot of energy and a lot of time and equipment, and Cecil and I have to take off work to make them. So, and then A Prisoner of Fame, that was very expensive, that movie that I did. So, no, I'm not in profit mode yet. All right, so basically, the IRS was Hansen. The judge didn't like the IRS, the Internal Revenue's expert guy. He didn't like him. This guy was not thorough. He was not credible. The judge even said he lied a few times. Okay, called him a liar. Said he was incompetent, unreliable, not credible, not factual, wrong analysis. He just didn't like that guy because he lied and said he didn't work on Whitney Houston's estate when he did. So that put the judge in a bad mood. Okay. Michael's copyrights have a 70-year after quote-unquote death, 2009, but Michael's not dead, but it has that. The judge decision had nothing to do with whether Michael was dead or not. For him, Michael was dead. That's it. No research, no nothing. Okay. So 70 years, but the Beatles catalog, since it was before 1976 and all those had a reclamation that came up, and that's why Michael sold the ATV, because Paul McCartney knew that he could reclaim his copyright. So that's why Michael chose to sell, I imagine, in 2016. But anyway, he owed so much money on that. And the last loan that Michael had was to Barclays Bank, okay? And the judge thought Michael was broke. He wasn't broke. He didn't read Ramon's lawsuit where Michael had like $40 million and got a few $1 million from also, but cash is not a part of the estate tax, so it doesn't matter. Cash is not a part of it. But Michael wasn't in that much dire strait. He wanted everybody to believe he was broke, so they stopped suing his butt. Okay? At any time, Michael had assets that he could sell at any time to make a lot of money. Michael could have sold 10% of the catalog of his 50%. He could have sold, 20% of the MyJack catalog. You see what I mean? He could have sold just 5% of the Sony ATV catalog. You see what I mean? There were things that Michael could do to make money. Also, he could have put out another album. He could have sat his butt in a studio and put out another album, because according to the estate, according to the lawsuit and the experts, Michael had enough material for 83 songs. 83 songs, and we know we got 22, right? In Michael and in Escape, right? Michael escaped. The estate is telling us Michael escaped. He escaped. He didn't die. Michael escaped. Okay. And I wonder who sent the check for $24, right? That just incredible. All right. So, also the Spanish Gate Drive estate in Las Vegas, he thought about making it into both a resident and a museum. That was something that he had going on. He also thought Neverland could be a tourist attraction, but the zoning wouldn't let him, and he had a lot of other ideas too. The Michael Jackson, here we go. There was a Michael Jackson musical. We know MJ is going to be opening in December with for previews, and then it'll be regularly open in February. But that was already in the making. Anson believed that a Broadway musical was feasible because in October 2008, Jackson released a written agreement with Nederland Presentations to develop a musical stage play. Okay, so Michael had already approved that play. Okay, guys, we have a little bit of an issue with the people that had wrote it. But Michael had already wanted to do that. So I guess we go back and we support that all the way. Yeah, he didn't know about Ramon's assets because he said Jackson was in dire straits and he was broke and all this stuff. No, Michael had about $50 million when he left. Okay. So he's riding high with plenty of money. Let's see. Now this is what this is what I don't really understand. If it's a death tax, right? And how much are you worth at the day that you die? Michael didn't die, he faked his death. But so why are they going back all the way to Michael's projected income to 2039? Okay? There was a whole formula, a lot of discussion about his projected income and how much his properties were going to earn and all this stuff. Well, what if you're wrong? What if the projections of how much money he's going to make is wrong? And you've already paid all that estate tax, right? I don't get that. It should end right at the moment that you passed away and whatever it's worth that day without considering anything in the future. Nothing in the future, nothing. Okay? Because the projections that these experts could do could be off by millions of dollars. And you're overpaying or underpaying the government. So it should just be boom. Up until the day you are announced dead is when you should pay the estate tax, period. Though I didn't really like that, because they did a lot of evaluations and the judge pretty much spent most of the time explaining why he made the judgments that he made. That's what this was really all about. Here, this is the Barclays loan, okay, which was Michael's last loan that was in the Ramon lawsuit. You guys could probably look it up somewhere. Michael had $50 million of that. I think that's what it's called, 40 million or $50 million. I did that video a few years ago, and you guys know that I got over 500 YouTube videos. And anybody who thinks that I don't know what I'm talking about and I don't go get the facts, you just don't know me very well. All right. Also, right here, did you guys know that Love Never Felt So Good was Michael's most successful posthumous song, and it RIAA certified it as platinum in August 2014. Okay, and then Behind the Mask was also released on Michael, but on Love Never Felt So Good was platinum. Wow. Okay. These are just a few. Oh, okay. So I told you guys there were like 83 songs, but there's 7,000 to 10,000 pieces of tape where Michael had, did little hook lines, or he did a beat, or he did something. So they're pieces of songs. Okay. And I think with the Drake song, they sampled just a little phrase of Michael's they don't care about. I don't remember what it was, but it was some Drake song. You guys can look it up. But there's a lot more of those. Okay. Let's see, another 25 to 30 full vocals, some of which couldn't be released. Okay. There were some more vocals and stuff, that Michael did. And so we might get some music, okay? We might get some music because here it says another 62. So they said that there was 21 released. They released 21 songs after Jermaine announced him dead while wearing a shirt that said "Living as King," and confirmed another 62. So that's where I got the 83 songs from. See, 83 unreleased songs available at Jackson's Death Hoax Day. Okay, so, but they said that they're not in that great of quality. So there might be some music coming out, guys, because there's supposed to be some more songs available. Okay, yep, there it is with the 83 songs. We must look at the marketability of these 83 songs. No, whatever you had, I don't like that. I just think it's unfair because you got to pay on projections, pay taxes on projections. Nah, it should be whatever everything is worth on that day. Make it real, real simple. Okay, on that day, what is the value of anything? And no projections about the future and all that other stuff. It's just wrong. Okay, and then he said that Jackson was in dire financial strait. No, he wasn't. He had millions. He had $50 million. Okay, because he got the millions from Thriller 25, and then he also got the millions from the refinancing. Okay, so you can look that video up. Did you know that Michael made about 73 cents per album sold internationally? And then I think it was his sales, they said, was more international than domestic. Okay, and so but it was weird. It was just contradictory. And then he said for his mechanical rights, he made 93 cents per album. Okay, so that was internationally 73 cents, and domestically it was 93 cents sold domestically. Okay, and that's with Michael owning the mechanical rights. That's with Michael owning the mechanical rights and the publishing of it. So gosh, so imagine everybody else doesn't make that much. Oh yeah, and then Jackson had been earning for the use of his likeness no penalties. That's why he's explaining why he said no penalties, no penalties for the estate, no penalties for the estate. And we know that there were three things that that they were disputing over, and it was Michael's name and likeness, New Horizons Trust 2, which was with Sony ATV catalog, and New Horizons Trust 3, which is the MyJack catalog, pretty much. They didn't discuss Michael's, like his Rolls Royces or even Neverland. They didn't even get into Neverland, because if they put Neverland in there, as far as his assets, he would lose money. Okay, that was a loss. Okay. He didn't really even get into that. He didn't get into, Michael's other physical, like he had the Gone with the Wind, I think, Oscar, and, other certain possessions like that. They didn't get into any of that. They didn't get into like his statues, and they didn't get into that. They just got into the music catalogs and his name and likeness. Okay, so I didn't really like this statement that the judge did, though. I think he thought deep down inside, I think he thinks Michael was guilty. He says plausible allegations of repellent behavior ruined his personal reputation, and with it, his ability to earn much income apart from his music. So the judge had separated Michael's music and said no matter what allegations there were for Michael, people still loved his music. So he said that the musical side of Michael was still successful, but the personal side of Michael, naming the name and likeness, was doomed. And why would he say plausible? Plausible allegations of repellent behavior. Plausible? He was acquitted, dude. He was acquitted. So what are you talking about, Judge? Really? I mean, gosh. People want to assume things without doing the research. And you fans who have found me, who have known me for a long time, know that I do the research. Just like with the Lisa Marie thing, right? Lisa Marie and Michael's marriage. Fake. You know why it's fake? Watch Alive 3. It's illegitimate. And it's real rules. It's laws. It's jurisdiction. It's timing. It was illegitimate. Now, Michael's supposed to be coming out with a biopic. Lisa's supposed to be coming out with a book. Tell the truth. Gosh. Tell the truth. Give us the truth, finally. Don't keep, going with the publicity stunts. We understand why you did it, Michael. Why you had to get married, because people thought you were a gay pedophile. So you were showing them, no, I'm a heterosexual male that likes grown women. Okay. So I get it. Okay. But it's time, if they're going to do a biopic, I hope to God they just tell the truth. I do. I don't want to, the same old boring stories have been told the same way over and over and over again. All right. So anyway, so I talked about, and so some people might have a problem with me talking about, I think that Janet's real daughter is Brandy, Jackie's daughter, okay, by adoption. I don't know if it was legally adopted or he just took care of her. I don't know. But I don't know. But some people want to have, like issues with it. And why do we care? Because we love the Jacksons and we want to know, and they're famous. So we get to know that stuff, right? So anyway, so here we go. I'm getting ready to play this.
Hold up.
Janet on Saturday Night Live.
You joking, right? Ooh, well, Janet done bumped her head and she think Escalade paying $250. Right? She ain't all that.
She ain't all that.
Y'all ain't. I heard she was secretly had a baby and sold it to her brother Jackie. For real? Yeah, girl. I also heard she secretly got married to Jermaine Dupri while she was still secretly married to that Rico Suave man.
Oh, for real? Hush your mouth.
Wow, really? Is that true? Unbelievable.
Honey, don't.
And I also...
Janet reaches a lot. Saturday Night Live reaches a lot more people than I do. They reach a lot of millions and millions of people. I'm reaching 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 fans if I can, right? And when Michael's in the news, I reach more. But when Michael's not in the news, it's about 2,000 to 4,000 people that I reach in Facebook and on Twitter and on Instagram and on YouTube, right? And so Janet is the one that put that out. It's on her official page, okay? It's on her official page, and she made a joke of it. But I really do believe it because I went ahead and I did this. Look, you guys, I'm using my new computer. Okay? And so I went ahead and I did a montage. And somebody corrected me and told me that I had a picture of, the wrong picture of Ederline. I had the picture of, I gotta go. I had a picture of Ederline, and she, but it was really Bunny, the sister. So I think that this all matches. The mom, and that's James, and the father, and Brandy, and Janet, and both of them had that little mixed hair, that wavy curly hair. Okay, so anyway, I just think so. So anyway, guys, I gotta go, and I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to get the Alive trilogy and Alive 4 and The Prisoner of Fame. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.